She said it while laughing. That's what I remember most. Not the words themselves, though they cut deep enough, but the sound of her laughter, light, carefree, like she was commenting on the weather. "I'm keeping my ex's last name after we marry. It sounds better than yours." The brunch table erupted. Her friends, Jessica, Amanda, Courtney, threw their heads back in synchronized amusement. Mimosas sloshed. Someone snorted. My fiancée, Rachel, grinned like she'd delivered the punchline of the century. I sat there, fork halfway to my mouth, eggs Benedict cooling on the plate. They were all looking at me now, waiting for my reaction. The joke wasn't complete without it. I set the fork down carefully. "That's practical," I said. The words came out smooth, calm. I even smiled a little. Rachel blinked. Her friends exchanged glances, confusion flickering across their Botoxed foreheads. They'd expected embarrassment, maybe anger, a defensive joke, not agreement. "Right?" Rachel said, recovering quickly. "I mean, Rachel Carmichael just flows better than Rachel Brennan. No offense, babe." "None taken." I took a sip of water, let the silence settle for just a beat too long. Then I stood. "Excuse me, I need to use the restroom." I didn't go to the restroom. I went to the parking lot, sat in my car, engine off, hands on the steering wheel. My phone was already out. The honeymoon package, Santorini, 5-star resort, ocean view suite, non-refundable deposit of $4,000, or so the travel agent had said when we booked it 3 months ago. I scrolled to the confirmation email, found the clause buried in paragraph 7. Cancellations made more than 60 days prior to departure are eligible for full refund minus a $200 processing fee. We were 73 days out. I opened the travel agency's website, logged into our account, clicked Cancel Reservation. The confirmation screen appeared. "Are you sure you want to cancel?" I glanced back at the restaurant window. Through the glass I could see Rachel's table. She was mid-story now, hands gesturing wildly. Her friends were leaning in, captivated. She hadn't even noticed I'd been gone 5 minutes. I tapped Confirm. A new email arrived instantly. "Your reservation has been canceled. Refund of $3,800 will be processed within 7 to 10 business days." I sat there for another moment. Then I started the car. I didn't drive away immediately. I sat in that parking lot for 15 minutes, watching. Through the window I could see Rachel holding court, queen of her little kingdom. Her engagement ring, my engagement ring, the one I'd saved 8 months for, caught the sunlight every time she gestured. She wore his last name like a trophy, Carmichael. I'd never asked about her ex-husband. She'd volunteered nothing. "It didn't work out," she'd said once, dismissively. "Ancient history." But she'd kept the name. For professional reasons, she'd told me early on. Her business cards, her LinkedIn, her email signature. I accepted it, thought it was mature of me even. Now I understood. It wasn't professional. It was preference. My phone buzzed. A text from Rachel. "Where are you? Jessica wants to know if you're coming back for dessert." I typed back. "Something came up. Had to leave. See you at home." 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. "Is everything okay?" "Everything's fine." I pulled out of the parking lot. I didn't drive home immediately. I went to a coffee shop, ordered black coffee I didn't drink, opened my laptop. I'd been stupid, trusting. I'd let love make me blind. But I wasn't blind anymore. I logged into our shared credit card account, the one we'd opened for wedding expenses. We'd both been putting charges on it, deposits, vendors, planning. I scrolled through the transactions. There, 3 weeks ago. Carmichael and Associates Legal Services, $450. I clicked the merchant details, a law firm, specialized in estate planning, and divorce. I sat back, The pieces were falling into place now, faster than I could catch them. She wasn't just keeping his name, she was protecting it. I opened a new tab, searched Rachel Carmichael divorce settlement. Nothing public. But I didn't need public records. I needed her email. We'd shared passwords early in the relationship, for emergencies, she'd said, so we can access each other's stuff if something happens. I logged into her Gmail, searched Carmichael alimony. 17 results. I opened the most recent, an email from her lawyer, dated 2 weeks ago. Rachel, as discussed, remarriage will terminate your spousal support payments $2,100 a month per the terms of your divorce decree. Changing your legal name upon remarriage may trigger review. I strongly advise maintaining Carmichael professionally and legally to avoid complications. I read it twice, then I closed the laptop. I got home before she did, packed a bag, not everything, just enough. When she walked through the door 2 hours later, I was sitting on the couch, waiting. "Hey, babe," she dropped her purse. "What happened at brunch? I canceled the honeymoon." She froze. "What?" "Santorini. I canceled it. Got most of the deposit back." Her face went white, then red. What? Are you insane? That was $4,000. I know. I stood. "I also read your emails, Rachel." The color drained again. "You're still collecting alimony from him, $2,100 a month, and if you remarry, you lose your alimony. So you weren't going to take my name. You were never going to take my name." She opened her mouth, closed it. "You were going to marry me and keep his name so you could keep his money." "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that." I picked up my bag, walked past her toward the door. "Wait," she whispered. "Please, we can talk about this." I stopped, didn't turn around. "You already made your choice, Rachel. You chose Carmichael." I opened the door. "Enjoy the name." I left the ring on the kitchen counter, drove to a hotel, sat on the edge of the bed in silence. No tears, no rage, just clarity. She'd built her future on a lie, a calculated lie, and I almost signed my name to it. Almost. My phone buzzed, text after text, voicemails piling up. I turned it off. In the morning, I'd call a lawyer. But tonight I felt nothing but cold, perfect relief. I'd crushed the greedy shrew, and I'd walked away clean.